What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Kayak Chronicles. Today I'm just going to talk about my rig. I've had the kayak for a couple of months now, and I finally kind of settled in with how I like to fish out of it, and I've added a few things to it, so I'm just going to run that down in this video, kind of show you how I set everything up, and let's see, I guess we'll start up here at the front. The kayak is a New Canoe Flint, 11'3", really awesome kayak. And up towards the front, I don't have a whole lot going on. I have a little floating net with kind of a shorter handle, works real well for kayak fishing. And got my little hog trough measuring board. And that's really all I keep up here. If I'm going on a longer trip or plan to stay out longer, I can throw other stuff up here. I've got room, but you know, that's really all I put up there for now. And I like to have an easy access to the net. One thing that you may not have seen, because I haven't had it for too long, is this Yak Attack Omega rod holder. I've got two of these things, and they're super cool. And no, that's not how it works. I got a rod in the one on the back here where you can actually see what it looks like when there's a rod in there. I keep a rod laying like that a lot of times. I'll explain that in a second. But anyway, let me move this for a second. These rod holders are really cool. Locks it in. They will hold bait caster, spinning rod, or a fly rod. They're locked in real well. Got this little, like, see that little release thing? It's a quick release, but they've set it up where you can't just bump it and knock it loose. You do that right there, boom, comes right off. So that's really, really cool. So I have added two of those to it, and I usually throw a rod in here with a crankbait or something like that and troll it when I'm moving spot to spot. Like it up front so I can kind of keep an eye on it. But I can also troll one off the back too if I want. So that's really the only thing I have mounted up front on my two rails up here, and don't have anything in the center rail. But I do keep typically my Senko set up. If there's not a rod in there, I'll just have it kind of laying long ways, kind of like that. Usually throw like a bag of plastics or one of my little Plano boxes here, but lately I've just been rolling with what's tied on. Haven't made tons of lure changes or whatnot. Let's see here. Got my seat. Haven't done anything to it. Chinook PFD. I think the back is really where most of the action happens as far as stuff that I've done. So I talked about it before. I've got this Wild River Nomad fishing backpack, and I use that in place of a crate. And I do that so I can easily move from fishing on shore to the kayak to my boat. Keep all my stuff in here, or most of my stuff in here, and it's just easy to move back and forth. That's why I did it that way. And I have a little rod leash I can hook to that, clip it in there so it won't fall out. Got the little New Canoe wheel card. I usually keep it up there. And I typically bring 4 rods with me. Got 4 rod holders, and like I said, a lot of times I keep one going horizontally. I mentioned I usually keep the Senko up there because that's my favorite bait, but I always have a crankbait, some sort of topwater, and that last one's always a wild card. It could be anything, another a jig rod or something like that. This one here is a medium action rod that you can throw a variety of stuff. I've got a buzzbait on there now, but you throw a variety of stuff. Let's see. Power Pole Micro. Did a little video talking about this thing. Keep that rigged on the back. Don't have the pole in it right now, but keep that on there, and incredibly handy. Very, very useful, and super easy to use. Don't have the battery pack in there. I put a battery pack on there, and I usually use zip ties to make sure if for some reason it comes loose, it's not going to fall off. and I have a little tether system that will run up into there. And that's pretty much it. I don't really, let's see, anything else? I have a conventional anchor up there too. I don't really, have anything crazy on this kayak, and probably won't. I really kind of like, keep it simple. I really like an open area. Like I said, most of what's in front of me is pretty open. Keeps me, room to move around and, kind of do whatever I want. I keep most of the stuff behind me, like rods and tackle, and just so it's out of my way. And that's really it. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. But I wanted to do a video and let you guys take a look at it. Now that I've kind of settled in, this is kind of what I've been doing the last, I don't know how many trips out, but it's been working pretty good. So I will continue to run this setup. Don't have any plans at the moment to add anything, but if you guys have some suggestions or something new's coming out, definitely drop me a comment if you want to. I'll definitely look into it. But this is kind of what we're running right now, and hopefully we'll have some more videos coming out soon. Actually, let's see here. I went out twice and filmed, but I just didn't get enough quality for me to feel like I, put out another episode. I actually did go to a new lake that was really cool. My wife came along, we paddled around, she rented a kayak. The water was super clear, it was really awesome. I saw a big bass, couldn't get him to bite. I ended up catching a little one in the same area, but we didn't stay long. Usually when I'm out with family and friends, I don't make them follow me around for hours and hours on end, and it was super hot. So, we just paddled around for an hour or two, and I also didn't want to just, sit on a spot forever where she was kind of wanting to paddle around. But, I caught that one fish, and I didn't really want to put out an entire video of just that. But, we'll see. The footage is, it's pretty cool, so I may mix it into something later on, do a video where I've got a couple of, trips and stuff kind of together. I might throw it in there. Then I went on another trip the next day, and kind of same thing, I caught a fish. I can't remember if I caught one or two, but just, I wanted to wait and just put out some quality adventures and good stuff where there's fish being caught and action happening. I don't want to just put out content just to be putting it out, So I'll continue to hit it and do that. I wanted to at least tell you guys about that because I told you I kind of wanted to document this whole process and put as much out as I can. But again, I'm not gonna put out a video for every single trip out there. But anyway, there's more stuff on the way. Hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. If you got any questions about this kayak setup, drop them below. I really like it. It's working for me so far, so I'm just going to keep doing it. And we'll see months from now or next year what this thing looks like. There's no telling. It might look the same. It might look completely different. Who knows? That's half the fun of it. So anyway, you guys take it easy. Go catch a fish.